friends. So, I rewatched the March Bookopoly game, and I gotta say, it was just a hot mess. Your girl, she messed up, okay? So first off, I did not read even half the books I had picked. I think I was up to like 13 or 14 books. And so far, with like a week left, I've only read 6 books, which really isn't that good for me. But I've been in kind of a reading slump, so, you know, whatever. It happens, I guess. Disappointing, but it happens. The second thing is that I had this homemade board. Kind of looked like, you know, first or second grader made it. I promise you, I made it. But I'm downsizing, and I was going to get rid of a Monopoly game. Gamer edition. Because I no longer play it. But instead of just getting rid of it, I thought I can use that board and just come up with my own prompts for each space. So that's what I've done. And I've also made a ton more prompt cards. So in this version, they're just prompt cards. They're not like chance or community chest or anything. It's all just one pile. So some of those are going to be video prompts and some are going to be reading prompts. But let me give you the rules, okay? So I'm going to start with 5 books every month. If I get doubles, then I have to add an extra book. If I land in jail, I have to read one of my books that I have a low expectation of, and I have to add an extra book on top of it. And the final way that I can get extra books are these prompt cards that I was talking about. Some of them say add an extra book, some say put your last book back, some say just crazy stuff like that. So I thought I would go over the board with you, and hopefully I went over all the rules and I don't go crazy. If I land on a space more than once, I'm not going to add an extra book. That was just too much. And Pastelita, I don't know what she was thinking. So, yeah, let's just dive right into this game board. Oh, one last rule. Wherever my little troll ends, whatever space he ends on is the space that I'm going to start on the following month. So say we do April's tonight. I'm not saying we will, but say we do. And I land on Rainbow Road. Then my little troll is going to start on Rainbow Road in May. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, let me just go over this board with you. Alright, so this was the Gamer Edition, so it's a lot of Mario Kart stuff. And we ended on Hubby Pick, which is that one. But we're going to start here on Go. And since I got a bunch of this author from my friend Michael, I'm going to start with Go is going to be Dean Coote's book. Then we moved to Mario Kart Stadium. This was one of my favorite levels when I was a kid. Therefore, this is my 5-star prediction. Then my brown arrows are my A to Z jar. So I literally have a jar with A to Z, and I just mix them up. And, oh, I grabbed 2, but we'll go with J. So it has to either start with J or the author's name has to start with J. First or last name, you know. But that's how that one works. Then Water Park is a book that I think will make me cry. So it's predicted to make me cry. Then there's this cube, and this cube way over there. So there's 2 of the cubes, and this one is newest to me. So whether it be something I bought or I traded, more than likely, or someone gave me some books or whatever, just newest to me. Then Sweet Sweet Canyon is hubby pick, which I did not read his pick for March. Like I said, guys, I've been in the biggest reading slump, and I hate it. Okay, then the star, there are 4 of them. There's one right here, over here, right here, and right there. Anytime I land on one of those stars, I get one of these handy dandy prompt cards that I made. And then Thromp Runes is a pet pick because, well, they really enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it was kind of entertaining. So we're going to keep that one. And then we have Just Visiting Jail, which is a mood read. So I am a mood reader, and having these TBRs is starting to really break me down a little bit. So if I land on Just Visiting Jail, I get to pick a mood read sometime during the month, and that would be super exciting for me. However, if I land in jail, I have to read a low expectation book or a book I don't know anything about, and add an additional book to my TBR for the month. So instead of being at 5, I'll be at 6, or, however many I'm up to that month. And then Mario Circuit is going to be a hyped book. So a book that I bought because of the hype, or just a book that sounds really good, but it's super hyped on BookTube, on Twitter, among my friends, just anything. And then my pink arrows are the mug again, but this time it's with the color. I just look away, and it's purple. So it would have to have purple on the spine or on the cover somewhere. And then the next one is Toad Harbor, which would be a friend pick. So for this one, I would text my friends a couple pictures of my bookshelves or my book crates, more likely, and I would have them pick from those books which one they think I should read, or I could just have them recommend something that they want me to read, and if I have it, then that's for sure gonna happen. We'll see. That one's still a work in progress. Then I have 2 of these Angry Smash guys. See? On opposite ends of the board. And the Angry Smash was a TBR vet. So it's a book that I've owned the longest without reading. And I'm very angry that I haven't read it yet. And then Twisted Mansion is a big book. And for me, I don't have a ton of big books. So for that one, I'm doing 450 pages and up. I know a lot of people do 500 pages and up, but like I said, I don't have a ton of big books. Usually they kind of intimidate me, so I don't buy them. And that's actually the truth. And then star prompts, so I just grab one of these little prompts. Shy Guy Falls is a short read. I have plenty of those, and for me, a short read is anything under 250 pages. Then Free Parking is my choice. I get to pick any book that I want. I haven't landed there yet, though. Then Sunshine Airport is a book that takes place somewhere other than the U.S. because that's where I live. So we're at the airport going somewhere new. Then my red arrows. Oh, this is the try a chapter tag. Instead of having them at the end of the board and having 3 spaces for them, I'm only going to have 1 space, and it's just Alita's choice. So I get to pick any 5 books that I want, as long as I can defend how they're alike. Like, if they're romance, if they're thrillers, mysteries, all by the same author, that kind of thing, but it's going to be try chapter tag. So I just read the first chapter of 5 different books and pick the one that I like the most to continue reading. And then Dolphin Shoals. This is a new to me author, and I have a lot of those on my shelf. Then my cube, which is the same over there, was the newest to me. Then Electrodome. Electrodome is some kind of retelling. I've been getting really into retellings before my reading slump, and now I own a ton of retellings that I would love to read, but I just, got all slumpy and didn't read. Then my star, so I get to pick a prompt. Mount Wario is, so it's a book that's been turned into an adaptation of some sort, like a TV show or a movie or anything like that. Go to jail. We already talked about what happens if I go to jail. Cloud Top Cruiser is a blind pick. Okay, and this one I was very inspired by Cody's Book Corner. Okay, so if you watch Cody's Book Corner, for blind pick, she just kind of sits, she stands, but she looks away, and I got this book. I don't know what this one is, so let's see. It is Mayfly by Jeff Sweat. And so that would be my blind pick. All I know about this book is that it is like a dystopian middle grade type book, I believe. So that's how blind pick would work. I would just literally just close my eyes, look away, grab a book. And this one would be Dean Koontz, Soul Survivor. Something like that. So, that will be fun. Let's finish off this board, though. Alright, so that was blind pick. So, the green arrows are a cover buy. So, for me, a cover buy is just a really pretty cover that I know pretty much nothing about the book, but I still bought it anyway. And that's what the green arrows are. Then the next one is Bone Dry Dunes, which is out of comfort zone read. So if you've been following me, I have a crate devoted to out of comfort reads for me. It can be something like a fantasy novel, classics, because I don't read classics, but when I do, I absolutely love them, so I don't know why I don't pick them very often. I said don't a lot right there, so I hope you understood what I meant. It made sense to me, but it literally can be anything that's out of my comfort zone. And there's a lot of books that are out of my comfort zone. Ask my friends. They will tell you how picky I am. Then the next one is the Angry Smash Guy again. So another TBR vet. Which TBR vet is just what book have I owned the longest without reading? Then Bowser's Castle. A while back, I made a video entitled 20 Books to Read in 2020. And I am going to make yet another mug. I have it. I just need to fill it with the 20 books that I said I was going to read this year. And put the titles in here. And then I'm just going to randomly pick one. Because for some reason I tend not to pick those books. I think I've only read one, and we're already starting April soon, so I'm behind on those. I really need to get those read, you know? So there's that, and then we got the star, which is the prompt card. And then Rainbow Road, which has some kind of representation, whether it be mental health or a different minority or LGBTQ community or literally anything like that. As long as it has good representation, or at least I'm predicting that it'll have good representation, then that is Rainbow Road. So thank you for watching this video and enduring my March TBR video, and hopefully I get better at them, guys. I'm so sorry that I messed up so terribly last month, but from now on I'll do better. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me.